Hi everyone, it's Grant Abbott from Lightyear Docs and also Abbott-Family lawyers. And you can see here I'm in my document panel on Lightyear Docs. And what I've got here up front is the I Love SMSF Trust. This is my personal trust distribution resolutions, which are prepared under the system. We've made a couple of changes in the last couple of days, and I just want to make sure you're up to speed. I believe they really improve the quality of our offering, and more importantly, it's as a consequence of suggestions by you. And that's a fantastic thing about the Lightyear Docs system, is that we can put in place changes very, very quickly. Now, we've obviously got, you know all of this one, so we've got our branding, Abbott-Family. I've got the trust in here. The good thing about it is once this is in the system, next year when I come around to do 2023, I've got all the information in there. I just simply need to go and change the date, and I've got a brand new set of trust distribution resolutions. We've got the general information, a couple of things here. We need to put in place a person just in case the income that is distributed is less than what is required for taxation purposes. We do not want to leave it inside the trust and be taxed at penalty rates. So someone has to sort that up. And so through our special clauses, you can do that. We can choose net accounting income or net income. Just be careful if you do net income, if you are looking at for example, doing instant asset write-off, that means your accounting income is going to be higher than your net income. You will not be able to distribute it. Whereas if you do net accounting income, then effectively you can distribute all those juicy accounting profits that are not caught up in net income. Likewise, if you've got tax losses, you can't distribute net income, but you may with accounting income. And also the other one is the Commissioner of Taxation is of the view that you've got franking credits. If you choose net income, you cannot distribute those. So anyway, be safe, go to net accounting income. We've got the trust details. Most of you know that. Sole director, Mr. Grant Abbott. Oops, I've given my address there. So if you want to send birthday presents, please send them there. Trustee meeting, I'll put in there. We've got the time, 12 a.m. I don't think that's going to work for me. I might just get 9 a.m., although I do start work every morning at 4:30. So again, we've got all the details. Now the clause, this is one of the new changes. One of our advisors said, look, I've got 120 distributions to be made. I haven't got time to look through all the clauses. For example, previously we had here that there's 4 different areas dealing with the determination of the income, the different styles and classes. Now we give a reference point for all the Lightyear Docs deeds there. So again, if you're using Lightyear Docs, please feel free to just fill that in. But if you, most trust deeds will cover a lot of these issues. So rather than having the clause references in the resolution, it's just simply going to be referenced by the ability of the trustee to do it. So if you don't want to include clauses, just simply go like that, and that's excluded. Specific entitlements, we've made some changes here. So you can see here, we've got individual streaming. We've got here Grant Abbott. One of the things we did is previously we used to have to put down the amount. So you can still put in the dollar amount of capital gains. I've got 100% here, or the dollar amount. But we can actually do a whole range of choices. You can see here we can do capital gains, discounted components, income having an allowance for depreciation, income from annuities, deceased estates. All of those can obviously flow through the trust. Now, you've got to make sure that your trust deed allows that. We've upgraded all of our trust deeds to now expand that version of the classes of stream of income, but that's available there for you. We've gone from there, specific entitlement. The only thing I'm distributing is capital gains because I don't have any franking credits. And then when we go through trust income, we've got, for example, my wife, Amanda's get the first $120,000, and then my daughter, Sophia, 50 each. So I haven't got a bucket company, don't need it this year, but next year, remember, I can just come back in and make the changes. So what we do is we assemble that, and then that throws up our trust resolutions in a jiffy. So what you'll see is there's going to be a trustee meeting, and then part of that trustee meeting, we're going to see that there's going to be a whole range of resolutions. There we go. So documents been completed. Download the PDF. You can order a hard copy. Send it off for signature if need be through Fuse Sign is not a bad idea. Remember, next year you can just relaunch. If you want to get a legal review at Abbott-Family, just send it off there. But I'm going to download the PDF. It's going to pop up here, and let's go and have a look what our final product is. So we've got the Abbott-Family logo there, distribution. Now, importantly, we put this up front, again, to bulk it out a bit for your clients because you're going to charge them for it. But more importantly, they can't say they don't know what's going on because we're using the Australian government, Australian taxation officers, details on what resolutions and all of that stuff relates to. So we get down here, you can see here minutes of a meeting. So there's a trustee meeting and trust distribution resolutions. So you can only resolve those matters that are proposed at the meeting. Chairperson, there's a quorum, the trust deed itself when it was established. Income of the trust is accounting income here. Character of the income, remember we talked about that. We can include it under the various clauses, but we've got no clauses. So the chair noted that to the extent permitted by the trustee in accordance with the powers conferred under the trustee rather than having clauses. So you can see here there's a lot of proposals going through. Distribution of income, the chair noted the meeting considered distribution of income. Again, the chair noted the trustee gave the trustee power to account for different classes. Whereas if you're using you've ticked that clause button, the clause would specifically come up. Proposed distribution, so it's proposed there. Distribution allocation priority, variation of income. Again, if there's a change there, the commissioner comes in. We've got, remember, I put Amanda Abbott as the final arbiter of that. Again, there's proposals. There are lots of proposals and actions where the chair proposes all actions of the trustee during the year relating to the investment of the trust monies and application of trust income be ratified. So that's where there's buys, sell, everything is being covered in there, so ratification. Now, this is the important one, resolved. The meeting considered the proposals noted by the chair and resolved in favour of them. So there's around about 7 proposals in there, which is important, and now they've all been resolved and also ratified. So it's a very, very dynamic set of resolutions. You've got there, obviously, just a director secretary, send it off a Fuse Sign, and you're off and running. So that's it covering this year, and going into the future is going to make resolutions very, very easy. It's Grant Abbott signing off.